Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Naval Action. So, it's a ship review time. So here I am in my Rattlesnake, which is going to be the ship review. Next week it's going to be the Indiaman. There will be a poll in the description, if I remember, for the ship to review after Constitution, which I'll do after the Indiaman. So in 3 weeks time. 2 weeks time, because next week would be Indiaman and the week 2 weeks time. Anyways, the Rattlesnake. So the Rattlesnake, we're going to go through the history as usual first. Let's get a little screenshot of this thing. So the Rattlesnake historically was a 20-gun sloop of war, designed by a John Peck of Boston and built at Plymouth in Massachusetts. So not the Plymouth in Naval Action or the Plymouth in Britain. In 1780 she was designed and laid down, I believe, and she was commissioned in 12th of June 1781 in the American service, or Navy. And in American service she had a crew of 85 men and 20 guns, and in Naval Action you'll notice she has 120 crew, and you'll find out why later. She also has 20 guns, however only 18 broadside guns and 2 chasers. So on her first cruise she had barely been at sea before she had a spot of bad luck, where she came across a ship, the HMS Assurance of 44 guns, and the British captured her pretty quickly. The Rattlesnake was then sent to New York, and on 28th of July 1781, she was purchased into the British service as the sloop HMS Cormorant, and she was armed with 18 guns, most likely 6-pounders, in British service, and she had a crew of, or a complement of 120 men. And that's pretty much all the history I got on her, so sorry for that. So, the Rattlesnake in Naval Action. She was introduced in last patch, as you all are aware, and she is decently armed. She has 18 broadside guns and 2 chasers, so 2 4-pound chasers is what she can mount, or 12-pound carronades, although I still don't know why you would put carronades as bow chasers, but that's just my opinion. And for her broadside guns, it's either 18-pound carronades, which I've got armed, or 6-pound cannons. And 18 pieces of them, of course. So she has exactly the same armament as the Navy brig. She has 4 less guns than the Snow, or 2 guns less than the Mercury, which can... The Snow and the Navy brig can carry exact same gun sizes, and the Mercury can carry 24-pound carronades. So in carronade armament, the Mercury is more heavily armed. However, in cannon armament, all of those ships are pretty similar. And I would say at this tier, it's probably more about sailing qualities and structure than actual guns. But that's just my opinion. And the sailing qualities is where we're going to go now. And the Rattlesnake is excellent at sailing. She has an amazing speed. So this exact ship, the one I'm in right now, can do 14 point something knots with its cannon loaded. Her base stat, and that's one, it's a teak built with speed. Her base stat is 13.9 knots. That makes this the fastest ship in Naval Action. And unlike the previous fastest ship, this one's got bow chasers. The previous one, which is the Renommee, doesn't have bow chasers. Although the Rattlesnake is only 0.01 knots faster than the Renommee, I think the bow chasers are a big deal. But we'll get to that in the conclusion. So, the Rattlesnake has a decent turn rate. It's 5.20 turn rate, which is in between the Snow, Mercury, and the Navy brig. The Snow has 5.52, the Mercury has 5.40, and the Navy brig has 4.86. And this is an excellent sailor, as you can probably see while I'm engaging these 2 small ships. She's fast. Those 2 don't just bounce, that's annoying. She is fast, so that's what I like the most about the Rattlesnake. Also, she's a decent looker. She's an okay looker. I'm not too fond of her looks. But anyways, on to the next thing, which the Rattlesnake has very good structure. So the structure of the Rattlesnake is 2400 on the side, which is more than the Snow, which has 1900, although the Snow has always had lower structure than the other ships of the similar size. But that's not important. Well, it is, but anyways, let's continue. That's what I want to say. The Navy Brig, meanwhile, has a structure of 2300, which is 100 less than the Rattlesnake. And lastly, the Mercury has a structure of 2400. So the Mercury isn't the most heavily defensed ship, but she has decent structure. Her armor, however, which is added in the last patch in centimeters, is also very good. She is a very good ship overall. She has 24 centimeter thick armor on the bow, 40 I mean, centimeters on the sides, and 16 on the stern, which is worse than the Navy Brig, which has 27 on the bow, 45 on the side, and 18 on the stern. However, it's better than the Snow, which has 23 on the bow, 39 on the side, and 16 on the stern. Although it's not that much better, but it's a bit better. Also, it's exactly the same as the Mercury. So this is a nice little ship. She has good armor, she has good structure. Her armament is average, so that's not bad. It's not spectacular, but it's average. She can enter shallow port battles, so I can see her becoming the de facto ship for port battles due to her sailing qualities. Although the Mercury might stay. But I can definitely see her becoming either a primary ganking ship or just a privateering for hunting traders. Since, like with the Indiaman, which might be the Indiaman and Westenr, you can easily keep up and you can easily stern camp them so they can't put their broadsides on you. And for the smaller ships like the Trader Snow, the Trader's Brig, the Trader's Cutter, the Trader's Links, you can just outrun them. So I can see this ship becoming popular. Oh, should pay more attention to where I'm sailing. I almost rammed this guy. And of course, the bow chasers. This is a big deal. Bow chasers are really important for chasers since you need to tag people to keep them in battle. So that's a really big plus for the Rattlesnake. And she has decent, or she has not decent, she has good structure and armor. So I don't see a reason for her not to be popular. Also, she's a good, decent looking ship. Like, I'm not too much of a fan of her looks. SX, I was probably more amazed by how good the model looked. But I'm still a fan of more of the older ships. But to be fair, this is a good looking ship. I won't lie. It's a good looking ship. The SX is also, for that matter. But because it's a good looking, there's a lot better looking ships in my opinion, which are mostly the older ships of the line, which is really the style of ship I like. And it looks like this has devolved into the traditional circle fighting. But yeah, so, well, I guess I can say this. What would I recommend Rattlesnake be built as? Oh, if the latest patch fur is paper thin. So I'd really recommend teak. Teak with planking, I think. Or build strength. Either those. I think those would be excellent for a Rattlesnake. Fit her with carronades. Pop some speed modules on it to enhance its excellent speed. Or if you're crazy enough, you can also go fur, although I think fur is too weak for my tastes, no matter the situation. And just go ham on enemy shipping, especially now with the latest patch. Now now that you can't just teleport with cargo hold to capital. There should be traders you can go and hunt. And they might have some good loot. So I really recommend the Rattlesnake. It's a nice ship. It's a small ship. I'm more of a solo player, but I've really enjoyed my time in the Rattlesnake. I of course had the opportunity to focus test it before the release, and I enjoyed it. And I'm enjoying it now, so I highly recommend this ship, and I hope you enjoyed watching. I'll let you see the result screen. We're almost done anyways. So the poll for the next ship will be in the description. So next week will be the Indiaman, of course. The week after that will be the Constitution, and then it's up to you guys. What do you guys want to see? And that's what the poll is for, of course. And I flunked that entire broadside. And also, it's a random thought. This is filler, I admit. Nah, I can't do that. I gotta keep it professional. Well, anyways, the question is, if you have the Rattlesnake, what do you think of the Rattlesnake? And I'm about to ram this guy. There's no battle where I don't ram anyone. If you saw yesterday's video, you get what I'm saying. Oh, bollocks. Oh, bollocks. Oh, goody, goody. Oh, boy. So, let's see. Disengage costs 45. Let's hope he doesn't attack. Shit. Okay, fire grenades. That's no problem. I can survive that. So I need to wait 2 turns before I can disengage. Fire deck guns, I can survive that as well. This is bad though. And of course I let this happen by ramming him. He's sinking though, so... Okay, just disengage. And hope he doesn't attack me. He does. 10 kills, okay. I'll survive that. Okay, that was the snow dead. Not the snow, the pickle. Okay. 2 more turns. I'm not good at boarding. Boarding isn't really my thing. But hey, he should sink the instant we disengage. You can already see his gun ports below water. Let's fire deck guns for shits and giggles. Get that experience. Even though I'm max rank. There we go. Battle over. Let's see the results. Didn't get anything special. So anyways, thank you all for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.